Welcome to another episode of VC Visionary Club. Y'all know who's with me.
Me.
Oasis. A lot of talks are going around, right?
Oh yeah. The NFL draft.
The NFL draft. So, what's the topic on that?
Well, the topic that I found about was Shedeur Sanders and his son being drafted in the NFL, fifth round pick. People feel like he was he should have been drafted at a higher in the higher draft than the fifth pick, because they're saying there that he had more stats to prove there that he was more skilled and qualified to be like a higher pick than the pick he was picked at. Some people are suspecting there that it was because of the way Shedeur Sanders behaved in the media, which I feel...
Okay, wait, hold on. How do you determine who gets to pick, like top pick or by stats?
Yeah, that's somewhat by stats, but then at the same time, it's like whatever player the team wants is whatever they're going to go for.
So what's the problem?
So the problem is that like from the...
Well, I didn't get picked first. You're throwing shits. Like, what do you...
No, because from the... No, from face value, we're looking at it from a point of view where a lot of coaches would say that they're going to go after the best prospects, right? So they're going to try to see if they're going to get the best player that's coming into the league to give them the best chances of winning the Super Bowl. A lot of people are saying that Sanders' son, I'm not going to even try to say his first name because I'm feeling I'm going to like just butcher it. So I'm going to call him Sanders' son. So I apologize right there. Some sportscasters are saying that like Sanders doesn't have good stats enough to be on the top pick. While doing my research, I found out there that like he has a lot of awards. Like most of it, I really can't name off the top of my head what they are, but I looked at it and I realized there that like from his high school years going all the way up to his college bowl, he was third pick all around for the third highest quarterback with the best stats in his league for a season, and that he was a top prospect while he was going up. So from that trajectory, people thought when entering the NFL that he would be top pick.
That was just a thought, though.
No, it's not just a thought. It'd be like equivalent to saying like how not on legacy, but just on stats alone,
he should have got picked.
Exactly.
At least in the top 3.
You know, and then it's like we're doing a little bit more research about him. I even found out that the position he was playing is a quarterback position, which kind of has like this racial notion about it.
Yo, racial. Dude, look. If the teams that want to pick their players, if he doesn't get picked on top 3, maybe they just didn't feel like that guy is not going to work for our team the way we want it to be.
See, that argument makes it seem like he was a troubled person to work with. He's a
his dad was.
No.
Yes, it was. Mr. Primetime?
No, like
Mr. We don't even know if you got a contract next year.
Like
because you got to go play 2 sports.
Yeah, but like you're making it sound like he was kind
or
of
a rap video.
Yeah, but see, like those are like just having multiple, like like he's diversifying.
Yeah, but like
if you're thinking
about a franchise where I'm trying to work on my team, that is a big problem for me. If I'm trying to build a team.
Okay, so about the Shedeur Sanders part where you're saying there that like he was so difficult. When you on surface level, if you're saying he's difficult, it makes it sound like he was like a drug addict. No. I'm saying like just saying difficult. But when you point out there like he played multiple sports, and
I'm sure everybody knows Primetime.
Yeah, but like looking at doing the research on this, I found out that Shedeur Sanders, while playing 2 sports, brought his team to the Super Bowl, won that one, brought his other team and that he was playing for on the MLB in 1992, and brought them to the world.
Well, they didn't call him Primetime for no reason.
Exactly, but I'm just saying,
but still, like to have to be a coach, but to be coaching a team to not know if he's going to be back next year or if he's going to be missing practices or something like that. I don't want to deal with that.
Okay, you might not want to deal with that. But
like when Primetime was doing it, it's because like back then they didn't even know how to even engage in that situation. This guy's just doing whatever he wants. Well, like I guess they're like, we're not going to deal with it anymore after Primetime. Now his son is coming in looking like he's able to do the same thing because he is that good. It's like, do we want to deal with this?
But see, like that's where it comes into an issue. Like, shouldn't his merits speak for himself? Shouldn't like his stats speak?
Yeah, that is true.
So it's like, but you're what you call it? You're punishing the son for the sins of the father.
Yeah.
That's like wrong.
No, it's not really a punishment. But like, if I'm the owner of a team, do I want to put up with this? Yes or no? No, I don't think I want to put up with that. That means like you're not going to get picked. Okay, yeah, you're supposed to be top 3 picks, but I'm not going to I don't want to be in that situation trying to give my team a ring. Just me personally, if I was owner of a team, like do I really want to put up with it?
Because like for me personally, owner of a team, I'm still gonna give the rookie a chance. And again, like I can understand if like during his college stint that he had like this record of being like going out partying all night, doing stuff.
He was
like,
that?
no, he wasn't. His son was like really like about his business. You know, okay. He was orderly. He was you know, a good person in society. He didn't have any like DUIs, any allegations of any kind of SAs or anything like that, misconducts or whatsoever. So he was a kind of. Like,
so was he like prime time, like very flashy and whatnot?
I mean, like he had flashy stuff, but that's because he came from a certain lifestyle. You know, like that's like saying like, you know, if I live a Mayweather's lifestyle, like, you know, come from that, would I have flashy stuff? Yes, I would. He lives a flashy lifestyle and he wants his family.
Yeah, I saw a video and they were talking on a topic where because he lives such a lavish life, maybe he doesn't have it in him to like actually like go for it.
See, I can understand there that like if his stat lines on the teams that he was playing for would be like garbage stat lines, but it was top tier. You know, so it's like he has talent and dedication to even achieve those kind of things.
Yeah, but is he gonna be in a position where like he's gonna stick with a team, or he's gonna be like LeBron James and like, you know, I'm just gonna go where I know I can win, you know, because he has that status to do that.
I mean, like with that's kind of an unfair judgment. Because if you're looking at it, like the team can trade him at any given time,
That's
right?
True.
So it's like if he wants to have, and he has a potential to have open trade, and he could go on another team there that could give him a better chance or a better fit. What's wrong with doing that?
Well, for him, that's good for him, but like for
I'm for
the team, like, you know, or the owner of a team or the coach is like, yo, are we gonna put all our eggs in one basket?
No, I'm not disagreeing with you with like the notion of trying to protect yourself as a team, but I'm just saying like you have a contract, you have him for so set many years for a set amount of pay, so it's not like, oh, I gotta pick you and then like 2 seconds later I'm gonna trade you. The team has the potential to do that at any given moment. The player doesn't under a contract, so like you're still protected. You just can't leave. You have to go wait till free agency. That's the terminology I was looking for. But free agency, and once he's in free agency, he can go out, and there's nothing wrong with people who would want to have a free agent and go on a better team. Just like, you know, LeBron James with the Heat, 2 championships.
Stop.
2 championships. And
okay, we're not talking basketball.
No,
Everybody wants to talk about LeBron James, man. You guys are annoying.
You gotta say it with some chest out, okay? LeBron James! Gotta say it like that, okay? So.
Fuck no.
So back to the topic at hand. When it comes to the whole Sanders son situation, a lot of other people on the other side who would say there that this is some sort of form of buck breaking. So they're saying it was more of a
oh fuck. We gotta put it. We gotta tame this one.
Exactly.
We gotta tame this one.
This was more of a way for the NFL to humble his hype. And to put him in the position where they feel like they humble him so they can more control him. Now, I will say, in credit of Deion Sanders and his son, in the media, everything that I've seen so far, they have been handling this situation with grace and dignity. They spoke highly of the NFL, the team there that actually got them on it. So I'm not saying that Deion Sanders or his son is saying that the NFL is being racially
blackballing or whatever,
doing any of that. So this is just my opinion on the information that I know, so don't get it twisted. So I feel that this is part of the NFL buck breaking to hold him into the NFL, making sure he doesn't get
of course,
because he is
y'all be forgetting like, yo, the NFL is the organization. You're not bigger than the organization. They're gonna make sure that you know that.
No. There's a difference between being bigger than the organization and then being the face of the organization.
Well, you're telling me like you can't be the face. So that's
again. If I can understand, like you're like third string, you don't even belong on the field. Like you're like, you know, you got it's epithetism kind of thing. Then sure, no problem. But like if you're going for like stats and stuff like that, and like a fair chance,
you're not.
Then that's why it's an issue, and that's why I feel like a lot of issues of the NFL should come back to the forefront and be recognized as problems moving forward. Because with a lot of sports out there that you watch, you don't necessarily get a lot of this racial like bias constantly in it.
I don't really see the racial part of it.
At first, when I looked at it too, I was like, nah. But then doing my research, I mean, like,
I'm just like I said, they're trying to put him in this place where you're not bigger than the organization. We'll let you know that. I know that. I'm not gonna go so far to say is it racist, because I'm sure it was like some stupid white dude doing the stupid same shit. I'm sure they're gonna do the same thing. It's just that white dudes in the NFL are really not that much of a big name.
Yes, no, in the NFL, or you said?
Yeah, like there's more like,
I would disagree with you, because it's like, again, I don't really watch football, but I watch it, like, pay attention enough to understand what's going on and how the game is played and the importance of the positions and stuff like that. And when it comes to the positions, the quarterback is the most important position, and that role is usually played by a white guy. Okay. Now, I'm not saying there that white players in the NFL can't have ability to be a great quarterback. There's many great quarterbacks. When I was a kid watching NFL, I used to be a fan of the Green Bay Packers. Yes. Tom Brady used to be one of my go-to quarterbackers when I played NFL Madden.
Yeah, right? Fucking had an arm. Right?
No matter what. I mean, like we all started somewhere if we have some small interest. But then it's like, as I grew up, I lost interest in the NFL. Stopped watching it. But then hearing all the racist practice that was going on and now and
what was the racist practice that was going on since like between that time and this time?
Okay, so without going all the way back to when it was really, really racist,
back then that shit was racist. That's no damn lie. Like everything was racist back then.
We're gonna go into this.
It's hard to hide. I mean, to be racist in front. So in the backstory, there's some sort of racism that you say that's going on. What is it?
So going into the backstory of some of the racial issues there that the NFL has that still faces till this day is black employment and respecting black contributions to the NFL. One factor is that the Washington Post wrote an article in 2022, and they wrote an article about how it was difficult for black head coaches to be employed in the NFL, even though they have much more experience than the fellow coaches.
They play the sport.
Exactly. They have a lot of experience, and yet they seem to always find it difficult to hire them, or they're usually hired as like the secondary coach as the running up situation where it's like you're playing second fiddle, but head coach.
Is it the NFL or the owner of the team doing that?
Now, if it's just the owner of the team, we can just say it's just one team doing this, because it's been cited there that certain teams are more racist than other teams. But on a massive scale, if enough team does it in the NFL, it becomes the NFL problem.
So the NFL should like step in and do something about it. Like, what could they possibly do? They own the team.
Exactly. So it's like, because like let's say every owner of the NFL is saying like, well, we run it and we run it the way we see fit, then sure, no problem. Yeah. I have no issue with that if that's what you want to say. But at the same time, it's like, how is it there that your employment that you are saying there that's going to help your team make it to the Super Bowl and win championships seems to only come from inside sources? I mean, like, if you're going to get better at anything, right, you need to diversify the knowledge you get, correct? You need to move out there, go see the world, become a better person, and then, like, grow and become better. So it's like, how can you just, like, put all the experience that so many other people have collected and just, like, exclude it and just say, like, well, my brother or my uncle or a friend of mine from college days is a better fit because me and him understand the game and know, it doesn't make sense. It's like you're a team trying to hire.
But do you think to the owner, it really matters of like rings or like how much money that they gross from this team?
Money is important, but I feel like winning championship and increasing your overall profits goes hand in hand. Right? Like,
maybe they're in a budget where they can't really afford what they really need to win a championship. So they're going down this route.
Okay. Those are excuses we can use, but like when you're picked the 5th pick of an NFL draft, your contract negotiation goes low, so you don't get as much of a payout than if you were picked in the first draft.
Okay.
So it's like, if he was picked in the first draft, still being like a prized possession, why isn't there that like he's being picked? So it's like the difficulties there that the NFL is going through with like how I said, they're buck breaking him, and how they're having issues with racially being biased when it comes to hiring head coaches and stuff like that,
and quarterbacks, right?
Yeah, like, so it's like, because like when it comes to the quarterback position, it's kind of a running gag. I've heard it from so many NFL fans. There's chilling in bars and stuff like that. Just, yeah, We all know what the black jobs is to do. Protect the white man. And it's like, okay, I get it. You know, he's the quarterback, but damn. Like, I wasn't expecting that joke when I was sitting at a bar watching a game. I was expecting, you know, like, he was a good player. He's the most important person.
But those are not funny, though.
Yeah.
They're not.
I didn't think racist would
protect the white guy. I'd be like, yo, what a... I look at the guy, yeah, you for saying that, you're a dick, but it was funny.
I mean, like, a little bit. And like, if you're just like talking about it, but then it's kind of like, what the fuck? In retrospect, like, you're making you think about this thing now. Like, when I look at an NFL field and I see the defensive lineman, that a defensive line situation could be multiple cultures on the defensive line, but like, you know, why is it there that like you have ethnic people on the defense line like harming themselves? You know, like, why is the wide receiver always black?
If you want to go so far into like all of this for football, I don't even know why people even watch it. Like, this was going on for how long? Like, you're trying to say since like they only be taking in white coaches, they're only making QBs white guys. Why is black people still playing for them?
I mean, like, they're playing it because it's an opportunity. Because as a kid, when you're playing football,
okay, all right. So, like, hey, if you want to play in their league, there's going to be certain things that you don't want to deal with. If you don't want to deal with them, just fucking leave.
Okay, see, like, when it comes to, again, before I touch upon that, I'm going to touch one more topic. Because, like, no, because it's like, I'm going to get back to that point.
Okay, get back to the point.
Because it's like, right? Another practice that the NFL has been doing since 2012, and it still has going on with the issues, is CT evaluations. They have been evaluating blacks at a lower evaluation because of, what they call it? Let me see in my notes. Racial bias. Wait, hold up. Race norming. Thank you. They've been using race norming, saying there that because of the cognitive abilities of blacks being lower than the rest of the races that have entered the NFL, that they get a lower score anyways. It's like, meaning, like, if they didn't get brain damage, they would have still got a lower score anyways, type of shit. Like, and they race normed it so when the players were going in getting CT scans to get an evaluation for getting payouts because they're trying to make sure they're taking care of the NFL players afterwards, they got a lower payout than most other players would get.
So why are they still playing the game?
Okay. So, why are they still playing the game? You can't really say anything about playing the games because it's something there that, like, if you're a kid growing up and you fell in love with it, it's a part of you now. That's the nature of growing up into a country there and falling in love with certain aspects of the country. NFL might be something there that, like, and then what is freaking bloodline? Okay, his father was
so now you just gotta deal with what's a part of that the organization. Then like, other than that, it's like that's like me working at a company and I'm like, yo, dude, I don't like the way they're running this company. Do I stay there and bitch all fucking time or just fucking leave and find another job, man?
I'm bitching again. Shedeur Sanders and his son did not complain at all. They were like handling it gracefully.
Okay, yeah,
and it's
you
nice.
know what? At the end of the day, I really think like everybody cares about the situation more than that family.
Exactly,
because they know. Because I know between the both of them, they know what he knows
the opportunities.
They know the opportunities, and he knows what his son is capable of doing. It's like, yo, no matter what team you're gonna put my son on,
he's gonna blow up.
Dude, his name's gonna finish in the Hall of Fame, just like me.
No, and I believe in his talent to shine through and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I think this whole everybody's making this big situation on what this, or then it's turned into like racism. Then it's turning into like because of his father because. Yo, don't worry about it. I don't even think they care about the situation that much. Yo, you just look at your son and be like, see what they're trying to do? All right, prove to them why you're my son.
100% agree with that argument on the Deion Sanders part because, again, you're dealt your hand and you got to, like, play the game the way you're the hand you're dealt. So I agree with that. But moving forward to the point of why I brought the whole racial thing is because certain things like this in your industries should be weeded out. Racial bias and doing things like this should not exist anywhere. We should be doing better as humanity. Okay, because how can I read articles like so current and this happening to be an issue to the point where the minute somebody gets drafted, they could the whole argument turns into this racial talk. The reason I brought it up is because like rabbit hole of researching goes like when you go down that rabbit hole, woo! You see certain things you kind of don't want to see, but I'm glad that I learned the things that I learned about this kind of stuff because it makes me realize why when I heard the joke in the bar to the moments of why I kind of felt out of interest with the NFL was certain things like this. When you see certain aspects of people trying to protest during games, certain games.
That's what I'm talking about. No. You realize what they're about, and you were just like, yo, fuck this. I'm not watching this no more.
Exactly. So it's like, so like I'm not watching it, but when it comes to like having love for the sport, I do wish for certain groups of people
go to the
like
CFL.
blacks. Yeah, exactly. No, but like you could create your own industry. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, as a black nation, why don't you just guys make your most of the players is gonna go where you're not gonna get paid as much.
Like Ice Cube with his 3-on-3 ball there, like with the NBA not supporting him, but like he's still making his way through those kind of things. I want the NFL players, especially when it comes to the blacks,
just branch off. Yeah, you're gonna take a big hit in your bank account, but like, yo, do it. What are we doing this for? And if the money is worth more, then yo, shut up about it and just like go play your part, Buck.
For any NFL retiree, if you still have money, you guys should invest.
Yeah, you guys know what happens. Especially you're from the past, guy. Like you don't understand. Yo, you guys should like actually organize a way for it to become better for the future. No, but did you guys do that? No.
If we're working within the own industry of the NFL, then I could say like yeah. But like the entity of the NFL is so like how should I say this biased to their input that I was saying like they should start up their own version.
Exactly.
Of that, right? Don't be racist. You know, all nations should be welcome to your version of your NFL, but at the same time,
more fair.
Yeah, more fair. Just because again, I would watch your sports events rather than NFL because
I would go to your games.
I would support it. I would support it because when it comes to the NFL and hearing all these people cheer about what's going on when the Super Bowl time comes around, it's like I only watch it for the halftime show.
I don't watch the NFL. Like, okay, what am I watching the NFL for? So with all these backstories about racism and like, yo, dude, like, I'm not gonna support something like an organization like that.
So for all the NFL people who's running it, do your thing. What? I'm not going to try to tell you how to run your business, employ the people how you want to employ them because it's your business. But for all the black NFL players in the industry who feeling like they're not getting their fair share, the minute you post it, I'll talk about anything online about coming out with your own version, I'll be there to support it. Because again, give yourself a fair shot if no one else is giving you a fair shot. To Shedeur Sanders and his son, doing well, very like amazing, respectable family. I love it. Historically, to bring your team to the Super Bowl and to the World Series, that's an amazing feat. I mean, like, that's
he is prime time.
Like, hey, do your thing. And I hope for moving forward there that the NFL does better because we need to do better.
It's not going to be done better, guys. It's owned by a whole bunch of racist white old men. Like, what better could they do? This is all they know.
And I kind of wish we had that video that you had about that video you showed me earlier today. Because it was a prime example of like, you know, to stop racism, it's not to just complain about it from one side. It's from the other side too. You gotta hold your people accountable. So for any NFL head coach who feels like somebody's being racially biased, speak out. Speak out. Like, I'm not gonna tell you how to run your business. Like for the CEOs and stuff like that, do you? You know, I don't care. But like, if you truly feel like, you know, you're doing the best you can do for your team and for your city to bring championships home and all that kind of stuff. You know,
yeah, he's saying that like do better for your team. You know, it's like maybe they should put the black guy as CSO, not me. Yeah, but like before the team comes to their family and that paycheck goes to their family. So I don't think anybody's gonna say anything about it.
Okay, so I mean, like,
it is what it is.
I say do better. You say the world works on money. Okay, like
it's not really the money. It's basically the money is to take care of said person's family.
No, I know. I'm not saying like I'm gonna quit my job. Don't quit your job and just give it to somebody else. No, I'm just saying when you're finished with your position and there's a chance to be hired, right? Really look at like the people's credibility. Like everyone says, right? I don't see skin color. I only see your value. So like, see the value. Don't see the race. You know, like, again, that's all I'm saying.
All right. Now, should I touch up on that?
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be another episode of VC Visionary Club. Salute the cap when you see him.
Deuces.